One, two, three, four, five. Okay. Growing up as kids, our parents do almost everything for us. They cook, clean, make us food, and take us anywhere we need or want to go. And becoming an adult basically hits you like a truck coming out of nowhere, and you have no idea that it's coming. Why should you listen to me, you ask? I've realized that in my own life, and I just want to share my experiences with you. Everyone comes to a time in their life where they realize that they themselves are in control of what they do and no longer have to rely on your parents to help out with whatever you want. I would say that there were 3 times in my life that helped me become my own person without having to rely on my parents. These times were getting a car, going to college, and getting my own apartment. It all started with me getting a car and the responsibilities that came with it. I was able to drive anywhere I wanted, which was way more freedom than I had before not having a car. I was responsible for something of my own. I had to clean it, keep gas in it, and sometimes with my own money. And because my parents had given me a car, I had to be responsible for picking up my brother and sister most days after school because my parents needed me to. This taught me the basic responsibility of having a car and made me realize that my parents were starting to trust me more. It also helped me realize what path I was on becoming my own person. Next came going to college. Most people can say that they really don't grow up in college, but for me, I've really learned some life lessons so far that helped me become even closer to becoming my own person. To begin, I had to go out of my comfort zone and meet new people and make new friends in a place that I've never been before, and be responsible for basically keeping myself alive. I was responsible for feeding myself breakfast, lunch, and dinner and making sure not to get myself sick. And if I did, I would have to make the doctor's appointment, not my parents. I was responsible for taking myself to school, studying, and getting good grades, where in college is way different than getting good grades in high school. Finally having a roommate that's not my parents made me think of that other person whenever I came in the room. Going to college was definitely a turning point into becoming my own person. Yes, going to college was a turning point, but getting my own apartment was a whole different situation. I had to get a full-time job that helped me pay for food and gas and any other things that I wanted to do because my parents would no longer supply me money. I had to deal with housing associations and neighbors, which at times weren't very pleasant to me or my roommates. I also had to deal with so much paperwork, utilities, and bills that my parents would usually deal with, but now I have to because I am an adult now and needed to learn how to do all of these things myself without them. Becoming an adult is something everyone has to go through, and it doesn't matter if you're a boy or girl, it will happen. Don't worry. You may realize that it happened to you in a different time in your life, but for me, it first started with getting a car, then going to college, and lastly, getting an apartment. I wouldn't say that I'm fully grown yet because I'm 19, but I can say that I'm on the right path. And when you realize that you've finally grown up and become an adult, I'm telling you, it will be the best time of your life.